The idea for Schrock Innovations started when Thor Schrock was still in high school back in 1995.
Well, since then, he's built the business into an award winner with 3 locations. Unfortunately, not all business owners are so lucky.
Thor Schrock is back to explain a little bit more about that. Good to see you, Thor.
I love how you just chalked it up to luck. What was that?
And skill, and charm, and good looks.
Right, all that stuff.
I just got back from the concert in the Bahamas, you know. Me and Ja Rule hanging out.
You guys were just talking
That's a whole nother story that we were talking about.
Look it up online. It's
anyway, actually, we're talking about Computer Habit today. What is Computer Habit? What happened with them?
Gotcha. So, you know, one of the things that we're seeing in the marketplace, it's getting harder for computer repair shops to continue to exist because computers are going to a place now where they're not repairable. I talked about this on the radio show a little bit. It's called chip on board, where everything is soldered down to the main board, where you can't take anything out or fix anything. My son's 3DS, his right shoulder button is not working. So, you know, I'm so proud of him. He decided he was going to take it apart and figure out what was broken. We ordered the little ribbon cable. It was like a $6 cable. And yeah, you could have taken it somewhere and had it fixed, but look, he's fixing it himself. This is awesome.
That's awesome.
But you can't do that with computers anymore because with everything soldered down, you can't replace anything. And so some of the smaller computer repair shops, even some of the larger ones, last year we lost DIT, and Computer Habit went out of business in February. Computer Habit has been a mainstay in the Omaha computer repair field longer than we've been around. You mentioned 95. Their sign hasn't been updated since the 80s. I mean, they were one of the originals.
They've been around for a while.
And they sold their business when they retired to somebody else who then took it over, and there was some shenanigans that happened. I won't go into all the details, that's not important, but basically the business is now closed. And Omaha has one less place to go now when your computers go bad. But the problem is when computer repair shops close, especially when there are shenanigans involved, it gives all of us a black eye. And so what we try to do at Schrock is when companies go out of business like that, we try to help out their customers as much as possible, to give them, you know, they bought computers. They had warranties on those computers. And usually at the end of a computer repair shop's life, things are kind of squirrely. So, you know, you're building computers out of parts you wouldn't necessarily build them out of, or maybe you know that part's not really great, but you're going to put it in there anyway because you're not going to be around. You know, that kind of stuff happens when these companies start to fail. So, you know, we like to be there to help customers out and recover from that.
So are there services there that people had prepaid for, and what happens now if that's the case?
Yeah, that's what really got them in the end, is they had some really, really trusting customers. In fact, I did my radio show, and I had former Computer Habit customers like Nan. Hi, Nan. Nan calling in and, you know, saying hi to everybody and telling us her experience with Computer Habit. It was great. You know, it was a good little local mom and pop shop to go to, and then it was sold and it went downhill, and people would buy these annual maintenance agreements. And what ended up happening was a really trusting older gentleman gave them a couple blank checks, and then it went downhill from there. Yeah.
So what happens if you pay for maintenance, annual maintenance checkups or ongoing service to your computers? You pay for those in advance. Now those customers that went to Computer Habit, will they get anything back for that, or what
no? The Computer Habit is done at this point. In fact, according to the reports I've seen, there are still people's computers that are locked inside the Computer Habit building. They can't get to them. So basically, if you have an annualized maintenance agreement, like you paid for an entire year, and now they're gone, you don't have any support, we want to let you know you can come over to Schrock and you bring in your paperwork that shows your receipt and everything. Obviously, we can't call them. We're not associated with them. We haven't talked to them. We don't know anything about what's going on with them, but that's not the point. We have consumers in the marketplace that paid for a service that is not incredibly expensive to deliver. Computer support, we have the Schrock desk. We can just fold you guys right into our existing product line and take care of you and make sure that you have the support that you need, because a lot of their customers were in that 40-plus demographic, really trusting people who think they need a lot of help, but really they have really basic questions. And they're super easy to help, and they're really appreciative. They bring you cookies and stuff. So, we're trying to up our cookie game, You
just need more cookies. Well, and these are people who made the decision to support a local business. Yeah. So by stepping in, that shows that there still are local businesses out there that can help you with what you need, and that's important to you too.
The vast majority of computer repair shops in the Omaha metro area, us and some of our competitors, the vast majority of them are honorable, honest businesses. There are a few, like what happened with Computer Habit, that really put a black eye on our industry and our field. So it's up to us to kind of step up and say that's not how it's supposed to be, and then let's go ahead and take care of it. So if you have a computer that you bought at Computer Habit, and you have like a 1-year warranty on it, something goes wrong, bring it into Schrock, bring in your receipt showing that you have the warranty on the computer, we'll fix it up for you. If you have a prepaid maintenance agreement, same thing. We'll honor the prepaid maintenance agreement, and then that by the time, we're not going to ask you for any money because you've already been asked for enough money. So we're not going to ask you for any money, but we'll just let you experience that service. And once you see that there are still places in town that can and are willing to help, then next time around when you're ready to do the maintenance checkups, we don't do annual maintenance like where you pay annually for it or anything like that. It's not really what we do, but when it comes time for your next preventative maintenance checkup, you'll watch for the sale, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. Well, if you're a former Computer Habit customer, go ahead and look up the Thor at Schrock Innovations. The website's at the bottom of the screen right there. But you're right. I remember back in the 80s, my first computer, my Commodore 64.
Oh, yeah.
The computer shop that I went to was off 50th and Leavenworth, and it was in a house. On the main floor of this house, you'd walk in there and you could buy computer supplies.
Yeah.
Things have really changed since then,
Yeah, it's
Thor.
a little different now.
Thor's younger than you are. He might not remember that.
Not by much,
Not by
though,
much.
not by much.
Not by
Schrock Innovations, there's 3 locations, Village Point, Papillion, and then there's also one in Lincoln.
I got my Commodore at the thrift store.
Did you?
Nice.
Yeah.
Commodore 64,
Ours
nothing
came
better.
free with like a furniture purchase or something. It was a little like Texas Instruments, something.
But you didn't get the floppy drive with that.
No.
Thanks,
Oh,
Thor.
no.
Tape drive.
May is here. Let's
Thank
party.
you.
We're not